Welcome to Lights In, a meditation-based reflection, personal reflection, one that I create for myself and then decided to share with others, inspired by Annaka Harris's Lights On. Now, I'm not a scientist, but I am deeply grateful for the questions Annaka is raising, especially her invitation to reconsider whether consciousness might be fundamental to reality itself. She's pointing in a bold direction, and I want to imagine what that might mean, poetically, personally, experientially, this felt thing, what it feels like to consider her words in a state of meditation. Now, I hold a master's degree in folklore and another in clinical mental health counseling. I work as a therapist, and I'm fascinated by the power of story and sound. Not just what's true, but what truly transforms us. These meditations that I'm playing with blend reflection, binaural beats for brainwave entrainment, and open-ended wonder, designed to invite you into your own felt experience, like an audio Rorschach ink blot designed to allow you to explore the kaleidoscopic imprint of your own life upon the fabric of your mind. Thank you for being here. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Are you ready? Let's begin. Sound is kind of like ping pong in a way, isn't it? Air molecules hit your eardrum, and your brain immediately transforms those impacts into words and meaning and feelings. Because of the carefully designed sound frequencies used in this meditation, in order to take full advantage of your brain's transformative powers, it is important that you listen using earbuds or headphones, and that the sounds you hear right now are in your left ear only. If the sounds you hear right now are not in your left ear only, change your headphones around now. Once this sound is in your left ear only, you are ready to begin to receive. Settle into a comfortable position and begin breathing deeply. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, keep your focus on your breath. 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Get ready. In, 2, 3. Get ready. 4. Get ready to take. 2, 3. Get ready to take. In. Get ready to take a moment. Get ready to take a moment to notice where you begin, and where you end. Annaka Harris invites us to examine the illusion of the unified self. We tend to feel like a single solid entity. But neuroscience located somewhere behind our eyes is composed of a constant me, observing the world through meditation, making decisions. decisions, controlling the body, controlling the body. The boundaries, but neuroscience shows this is not how the brain works. This is not how the brain works. We are not our experience. Our experience is composed of many shifting parts. Dynamic processes flowing together in altered states through meditation. Hello. Or psychedelics. This self can dissolve. The boundaries blur. The narrator quiets. And a deeper awareness can emerge. We are not the self. We are the field in which the self appears. Even the will we think is ours may be an afterthought, not a cause. This is not a loss. It is a profound opening. A glimpse beyond the illusion. Into something vast. And peaceful. Even the will. Imagine the self not as a driver, but as a song, a melody arising from countless instruments playing in perfect harmony, as a song where when you close your eyes, a melody beneath the surface, neurons firing, arising from countless instruments playing, hormones flowing in perfect harmony, neurons firing, memories weaving together. There is no need to be anyone. Hormones flowing, no need to perform. And beneath all that, memories weaving discover. And now, imagine you are not a thing, but that you are not a thing, a melody at all. Countless instruments playing in perfect harmony. But a process. Memories weaving together. A presence. Something. A pulse. Ancient. Aware. And in that space, there is no need to discover that you are not to be anyone. A pulse. No need to perform. There is no need to be any to control. To control. To defend. Just a spaciousness. A spaciousness. Watching. Watching the entire ocean flowing. Receiving. And from that place, receiving, healing begins. You are the entire ocean. You are the entire ocean. But by witness. Not only a single wave. And now a single wave. Imagine the self not. And from that place. A melody. Healing begins. Healing begins. Not by fixing the self. But by witnessing it. With love. Something listening. Something ancient. Notice where you begin. To notice and where you end. To notice where you begin. Annaka Harris invites us to examine the illusion of the unified self. We tend to feel like a single solid entity of the unified self body, but located somewhere behind our eyes, like a single solid entity. Our experience, a constant me, many shifting parts, located somewhere, observing dynamic processes flowing behind the world, our eyes, in altered states, through a constant me, making decisions or observing others, controlling the body. This self can dissolve. But neuroscience shows the narrator quiets. This is not how the brain works. Imagine the self not as a driver, but as a song, in perfect harmony, a melody arising from countless instruments playing in perfect harmony. Neurons firing, hormones flowing, memories weaving together. And beneath all that, something listening. When you close your eyes, something ancient, the surface, anyone, aware. You may discover when you close your eyes and drop beneath the surface that you are not a thing receiving at all. You may discover the entire ocean, not only a single bite, a process, that you are not a thing healing at all, a presence not by fixing the self, but by witnessing it, but a process. And now, imagine a presence as a driver, but as a song, a pulse. There is no need arising from countless instruments playing to be in perfect harmony anywhere. And in that space, hormones flowing, there is no need to perform and to be all that, anyone to control, something ancient, no need to perform, close your eyes, just to control. You may discover that you are not a thing. Watch at all. To defend, but a process, flowing presence, just a spaciousness. And in that space, watching our entire ocean, flowing, not only receiving a single way to defend. You are the entire ocean. From that place, watching, flowing, not only a single way, not by fixing the self. And from that place, but by witnessing it, healing begins with love, not by fixing the self, not by fixing the self, but by witnessing it with love. Soon I will count down from 3 to 1. As you feel your normal waking consciousness gradually return. As 3, the mask softens. 2, the witness deepens. 1, and you remember, the self is not who you are. It is how you appear when you forget who you are. And now a question to consider. And now a question to consider. What might shift in your healing? What might shift related to yourself, not as a problem to fix in your healing journey, as a pattern in your healing journey. And now a question to consider. And now a if you related to yourself, shift. If you related to yourself, if you not as a problem to fix, not as a problem to fix, not as a problem to fix. And now a question to consider. And now a question to consider. What might shift in your healing journey, but as a pattern, not to witness, to witness, but as a pattern, to witness. And now a question to consider. And now a question to consider. What might shift in your healing journey if you related to yourself not as a problem to fix, but as a pattern to witness? And now a question to consider. What might shift in your healing journey if you related to yourself not as a problem to fix, but as a pattern to witness?